Hi everyone, I'm Lourdes Campos with the Hispanic Professional Network of the Treasure Coast, and I am happy to introduce to you Armando Rodriguez. He's our special guest. We just finished doing an interview for him. Armando, welcome.
Thank you for having me, I appreciate it.
Armando, what are one of the reasons that you feel that you should be elected?
Well, one of the reasons are I've been an advocate fighting for the city. A lot of people know me and a lot of people don't, but regardless of the fact, I've been advocating for all the issues that have come up in the last 3 years, and I've pushed for certain things that would benefit everybody in the city, not only myself and my family, but yours and your family. Taxes, the sale of digital domain, the 750 initiative, the detox center in St. Lucie West, and there's a multitude of more issues that have come up that I've advocated against and some for. The main thing is that you have to go out there and you have to vote. You have to get involved in your community so you know what's going on in your community. When you have somebody say that they don't count or it doesn't matter, it really does. This is a small enough city that every single person has value and counts, that we can make a difference just by one person.
Armando, let me ask you, what helped you in your decision to run for city council?
Well, with going with city council, it basically came down to having driven up to the corner of Xenia from Torino. I saw a gentleman there getting signatures for the 750, for the detox center. When I got out the car, I stood there, Alex, in about 95, 98 degree heat in the middle of summer, and we basically talked, and he advised me what was going on, and I was one of the ones that actually immersed myself in the subject, volunteered my services as a former police officer, and basically helped them get the signatures. And we held a meeting, and I basically did my research on the law and gave them the intent of the law, basically how to use the verbiage of how to explain the pros and cons of how we can deny, and basically try to educate the council if they didn't already know what was going on and how to deny this. Upon seeing that, the community itself and the people that were involved pushed me and invited me to be a part of the board. That's basically, I'm still active on that today, which is the Torino Residential Committee. In so doing that, other committees have come in and basically wanted me to be a spokesperson for them or be involved with them, which was a 750 against taxes. I mean, I get stopped at events or places where I'm at, and people ask me, "Hey, you're the guy that always talks on city council. Can you bring this issue?" I said, "Sure, not a problem." Gotta understand, some people don't feel comfortable talking about things. And I'm one of those ones that if I know that it's going to affect me, I'm going to fight for myself. But if there's anybody else that needs fighting for, I'm going to fight. That's just my nature. I guess that's the cop in me.
Armando, how do you plan to overcome these issues that we're having? As far as one of the big things that we're seeing is, and that the city has brought to us is, there's nothing for our youth to do here. There's nothing going on. There's no community activities really for them to get involved in, and we need to keep them focused and keep them out of trouble and keep them, on a straight line. What can we do about that?
Well, the first thing I would do, I would meet with the police department. I'd see basically their stats and what's going on, the ages that are getting in trouble. Then I'd reach out to the actual Boys and Girls Clubs to see what kind of programs they have or what programs that we may need. I know there's a gentleman that just took over within the last year, Will Armstead. And reach out to the Big Brothers, Big Sisters, all the groups here that have anything to do with youth, which is Mako Soccer. I mean, all of these things. We can have volunteer programs. We can have more grants if we can apply for grants, research, and have more money. That it wouldn't be a burden on the taxpayer. But we have to actually get more involved. And due to the complexity of some people's lives, like they work 2 jobs or both parents work or they have an elderly person they take care of, it's hard to do. So you know what? Not for nothing, but the rest of the community that has time and has kids, they need to step up. They need to get involved to help the community and these kids.
Port St. Lucie, you're listening to Armando Rodriguez. You need to get out there. We need you to vote. We need you to take a stand. We've got to make a change here. You're just sitting at home and saying, oh, why am I going to vote? It's not going to make a difference. It's going to make a difference. We need to be heard. Early voting is actually August 20th. We need you out there. Your vote counts. We need changes in the city council. Yeah. City council. There's changes. They've been doing the same thing year after year after year, and you can't do the same thing over and over again and expect different results. There's a pattern and it needs to be broken. Don't you agree?
I completely agree. And the funny thing is they may not see it, but let me tell you, from the networking and the residents I run into, they demand it. They want it. So remember, just get out there and vote. Make sure you're out there early voting. Absentee ballots are going on July 25th. If you get one of those, send it in early. Get out there for your early voting August 20th. It's going to be at the Civic Center and over at the Community Center at Oroso. And then your regular precinct will be August 30th. But please, whether you agree, disagree, you have to get out and vote. Your vote counts.
All right, Port St. Lucie, you heard it. Armando Rodriguez, running for City Council, Port St. Lucie, District number 2. Make it happen, guys. Let's get out there. Let's vote. Take a stand. Let's make some changes. Let's make it happen.
Thank you very much.
Have a great weekend, everybody.